Ever since Sir Alex Ferguson left, Man United fans have been crying out for a league title. So many managers have been and gone since, such as David Moyes, Louis van Gaal, Jose Mourinho. But in all that time, there's only been glimpses of success, like Jose Mourinho winning the League Cup and the Europa League within the same season. But ever since Ten Hag has taken over, it seems like the club may just be about pushing on to the next level. He won the League Cup last season, obviously won the FA Cup this season, and it looks like they might be in the right trajectory. Obviously, players like Antony have seemed to be a flop. There was the issues with Ronaldo, Sancho, but if we can iron all of those out, then we may be on for a league title. And in today's video, we're going to rebuild Manchester United until we can lift that Premier League trophy for the first time since the legend Alex Ferguson has left. Let's get into today's video. And this is our current squad that we're having to work with. And when you look at it, it's not awful. So look at Onana's stats. I don't mind them whatsoever. The back four is decent. I like Martinez a lot. Even though he's only 5'10", I like his card very much. He's very good on the ball. And then we move over to Mainu, the absolute star boy of this career mode. We then have Fernandes. Højlund looks very good. Remember, he's only 20 years old, but he is 6'3" with 84 pace. We cannot forget about that. We have the likes of Antony that I've already mentioned. He may be out of here, but in general, the bench isn't amazing. That might need some work. We've obviously got Rashford. We don't know whether to keep him or not. We've got Eriksen, might need to go. Mount is a weird one. McTominay might need to go. Maguire might need to go. There's a lot of people that we're going to have to decide what we're going to do with them. We're going to list up some players and then see what we fancy doing. So here are my scout reports so far. We got Lenny Yoro, looks like an absolute baller. United linked with him in real life. Tadibo, who I think so far is my favourite. Look at that, 6'3", 81 pace, 80 rated at only 23 years old, and all of that for only 24.5 mil. But Nice are not looking like they want to sell him. We also have Simakan, who is worth a bit more. So he's 30 to 37 is what we're going to have to spend on him. But he can also play right back, 6'2", 23 years old. Looks like he could do the job. Antonio Silva as well, 19 years old, 79 rated, 6'2", 79 pace. They are definitely my four shortlisted centre-backs. Then we've got a couple wingers, because why not? We've got Michael Elise. There are a few links to him in real life to replace Antony, and Antony can go as a backup winger. I don't mind him at all. 83 dribbling. He's 21 years old, can play down the middle, out wide. 80 rated, looks very versatile, but he is going to probably cost about £50 million. And Serge Gnabry, who's a bit less likely, but he is already an established player, so I guess you never know. The big nabbers might be coming in. And now, finally, we've got a few more centre mids. We've got Douglas Luiz, decent baller. Frankie de Jong is someone that United have been linked to for so long. The 87, blonde, sexy beast, does look like he could be on the move to us. Fingers crossed, that would be amazing. We've also got Nico Barella. You can't go wrong with a bit of Italian midfield, and he might be the one to save United. We'll have to wait and see. While we're waiting for that to happen, as you can see here, Christian Eriksen is leaving the club. We just didn't think there was going to be any room for him. He's saying his final goodbyes to Ten Hag. Get out that door, Christian Eriksen. You had a great last season, but you're not quite in it for the long run. Big slabhead Maguire is actually leaving Man United. I never thought I'd see the day. He's had a mixed career with United. Sometimes was so important, but sometimes was so important for the other team. But he is gone. I'm kind of glad to see the back of him. We can bring in someone much better. Maguire to Hoffenheim for just under £20 million. And finally, the last sale to do before we bring in any new players is Scott McTominay. I just think with us bringing in midfielders, he's not going to be much use to us, and he can go get some first team football somewhere else, because we're not going to be giving him the minutes. He can go to France, play for Lens for 15 million. But now it's time to bring in some players. It's negotiation time for Frankie de Jong. They want 79. That's what this value is saying. We're going to offer them 80. We know they're going to come back with way higher, but we have to put it out there. They want Xavi, you cheeky boy. He wants 110 with 5%. Frankie de Jong could be that important to us, but we're at least going to have to hassle him a bit more. We'll give him £95 million, and he can keep the sell-on clause. What do you think about that, Xavi? 99 with the sell-on clause. We're going to do that, and now it's just contract time. Okay, I think he's on 200k at the minute, so we're literally going to offer him what he's on, basically, at the minute, with a nice little signing bonus of around £500,000. Let's see what Frankie says to that. Look at him there. You can see him eyeing up his options. What's he going to do? There we go. Frankie de Jong, first signing in the door. And with that, does mean we're actually going to lose Casemiro from the starting line. We're going to keep Mainu in for now. Casemiro goes. De Jong is in. And I mean, look at these stats. They're unbelievable. So all-rounded with 4-star skills, 3-star weak foot. And look at that. Still only 26 years old. That is a massive signing for Manchester United. But we don't stop there. As you can see, Ten Hag is cooking up an offer of £40 million for Michael Elise. They want 51 with 15% sell-on clause. We'll give them 45 and we'll call it a deal. Shake my hand right there and we're all done. He wants 51, so you know what? He can have it. We've got money to splash. We've got such a big transfer budget. Okay, we're trying to work out how much to offer Michael Elise. He's on £31,000 a week at the minute, but that is at Palace. He's going to expect an increase. We're going to see if we can lock him down for something like 75. I think that'll end up being quite a bargain. Look at him there. He's getting involved. He's happy with it by the looks of it. He definitely is, and he is in the club. Michael Elise is the second signing for Manchester United. Things are getting really exciting now. I'm not sure how many more we've got left in us, but we'll have to wait and see. But just like that, Casemiro's out the door. Liverpool offered us 37.5 mil, and I cannot say no. Look at that chubby face. He's out the door now. Frees up some transfer budget to maybe bring in even another DM to go alongside De Jong. And I'm hoping it can be this man, João Neves, to go alongside De Jong with Mainu off the bench. Look how good he looks. Look at those stats. Look how he tucks his shirt in. There's something special about that. Let's see whether we can negotiate with Benfica to get a deal done. And after a deal getting made for 32.5 million, João Neves wants this contract. Look how cheap this is. Let's have a look at that wage. £15,500. That is such a bargain. He's only 18 years old. He's going to carry on growing, and this could be the final piece of the puzzle to hopefully have a successful first season. And this is the team that we're going to firm the first season with, or at least to January. We may have to do some business then. Look at that though. The bench is getting much stronger. We might even take Diallo off for Anthony. We've also got Malacia on the reserves, Amrabat on the reserves. We've got a few youngsters down as well, like McNeil looks very good if we were able to give him some minutes in cup competitions. Diallo as well. It's definitely a stronger team than when we showed up. The starting 11 as well looks absolutely amazing. And just like that, we've made it to January. I can't see any EFL fixtures, so we are out of that competition. But there's still other competitions to check, like the Premier League. So in round 3, we've got Plymouth as we saw there. But the Premier League, how are we doing? Okay, 3rd place with Newcastle and Liverpool the only teams ahead of us. I think that could be a lot worse. 12 wins, 3 draws, 5 losses. It's not the end of the world. We lost 2-1 to Aston Villa. That is disappointing. What about the Champions League though? We're out of the Champions League. We came 3rd in our group. That is a real shame. But more importantly, as we go back to the Premier League, we are still in for the title. But obviously, as you can see here as well, we're in the preliminary rounds of the Europa League, so we could repeat what Jose Mourinho did and win that as well. But I'm looking at this Premier League table, and if we head over to the squad hub, we can actually see who's been performing for us and maybe even make a couple signings. I wasn't originally intended to make signings, but I wasn't assuming the Prem was going to be on the cards. And if we can do it in one season, that'd be absolutely massive. So Bruno Fernandes, 9 goals, 2 assists, but poor in the Champions League. Højlund, 7 goals in 6 games in the Champions League. Now that is what that's about. 8 in the Prem as well. It's not too bad. De Jong seems to be playing a bit average, but Mount, same again. He's doing all right. There's a few underperformers. Elise seems to be doing all right as well. But, okay. I've seen what I've needed to see. It might be now time to go and scout some last-minute January signings. We've had a deal accepted for £45 million for Federico Chiesa because Garnacho has sadly been massively underperforming, and we're going to offer him exactly what he's on now in terms of wages and hope he's happy with that. We're going to offer him 300k signing bonus. Can it get done? Yes, it can. Federico Chiesa is coming in to fill that left mid spot. He could be a game changer in this last push for the Premier League title. We can hope and pray. But you thought we were done with just Chiesa. No, look at that man right there, Palhinha. He is ready for a big move. João Neves has not performed how we wanted him to. So we're not scared to get another Portuguese man in to finish off the job. João Palhinha for 45 million from Fulham is a deal confirmed. This is a really exciting bit of business. Now let's have a look what this team looks like for the second half of the season. And with those signings, this is the team. I don't know why Jackson's in at centre-back. I think there must be an injury. Let's have a look. Where is Rafa Varane? He has gone missing. What has happened to Rafa Varane? Oh my god, I think the club have forced Varane out because he wanted to leave that badly. He's gone to AC Milan, which means we're going to need to sign an emergency centre-back. But just like that, we have a deal lined up for Simakan. We had to give them Rashford though. They would not budge on that, but we cannot be greedy at this point. We do have Garnacho. We even have Mount that compared that, and obviously Chiesa, so it's not the end of the world. We desperately need a centre-back. And if we can afford it, we're going to have to accept what he's after. Look at that trim. He is going to be at centre-back next to Lisandro Martinez. Now, back to what I was saying. This is the team that's going to end this season. It's a bit of a wonder team, and we are still on for that title. But can we get it in the first season? Let's go to the end of the season. Fingers crossed, everyone. I'm sure we can do it. And just like that, we're at the end of the season. And I can tell you one thing for sure. We're in the final of the Europa League, a rematch against Villarreal. Hopefully this time we are able to beat them. It's in a few days, but we have more pressing matters to check first. Have we won the league? So we're going to have to... Oh my god, we have. Look at that. It is De Jong holding the trophy in the press conference. Let's get over to the Premier League and have a look. And just like that, we beat Liverpool on goal difference. Look at that. We both won 27, drew 5, lost 6. But we had a 3 better goal difference in the first season. We've managed to complete the challenge and win the league with Manchester United. It's time to go and have a look at how the team did. I can already see some crazy amount of goals by 2 players individually. Martinez is now 87 rated and he got 7 assists in the Premier League. Onana did his part. But Bruno Fernandes in the Premier League got 23 goals and 17 assists. That is an absolutely crazy return. Højlund got 25 goals, 11 assists in the Prem. Who knew this man right here had it in him to drop 36 goal involvements in 35 games. De Jong ended with 7 goals, 5 assists. Elise, 9 goals, 6 assists. Mount, 6 goals, 4 assists. We were on absolute goal scoring form. Chiesa, the signing might have made all the difference. 10 goals, 4 assists in 16 games. He was an absolute game changer. Martial off the bench did his part. Everyone in this team did their part, and that is absolutely fantastic. But there is one more game to go. Let's see how we can get on in the Etihad Stadium. Can we win the double, the Premier League and the Europa League? Let's get into it. We've had to replace Shaw, but other than that, it's our full strength team. We are going to sim it though, because we simmed the whole season. I'm not going to jump in and win it. I'm going to let the players do it by themselves. Fingers crossed. Score predictions now. I'm hoping for a nice little 3-1 against Villarreal. Yes! Oh my god, look at that as well. It is 3-1. Højlund with 1, De Jong with 1, and Fernandes with 1. We've managed to win the Europa League. But not just that, we also managed to win the Premier League. Oh my god, what an unbelievable achievement. It was the signings that did it towards the end. And I mean, look at this. I'll be quiet and let you enjoy this.
Hold me close till I get up. Time is barely on our side. I don't wanna waste what's left. The storms we chase are leading us, and love is all we'll ever trust. Yeah, no, I don't wanna waste what's left. And on we'll go.
What an achievement. But I didn't expect to do it in one season, but we have. So that is where we're going to leave it for this Manchester United rebuild. I hope you did enjoy. If you did, make sure to turn on notifications, subscribe if you haven't already, drop a like if you've made it this far, and comment what team would you like to see a rebuild on next. But until next time, thanks for watching and goodbye.